I'm Tisha.
I'm Loren.
And this is the Open Booked Podcast. Today we are talking about If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. But first, what are you reading and what did you read this week?
Yeah, so this week I finished, obviously, the book that we are covering today, If It Makes You Happy. I made significant progress on Manacled. See where I'm at now?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's like 35%.
Yeah, I'm really making it. I set a goal to read 15 pages per night because the day that I set that goal, I added up how many pages I had left versus how many days are left in the year. Needless to say, I have blown that goal out of the water.
Yay.
Because I get into it. So I think I'm going to finish early. It's to the part right now where I'm like, that's all I want to do is read this book. So I'm really enjoying it. Also, there has been a book lingering on my Audible for like 2 months. It is, I wrote it down so I'd remember, City of Souls and Sinners. It's the second book in the House of Devils, which I devoured the first book. The second book just wasn't hitting the same. Not that it was bad. It just didn't have me as hooked. And so I finally finished that this week as well. So lots of progress this week. What about you?
Of course, I listened to If It Makes You Happy. Love. I started and got like 10 pages in last night on Hazelthorn.
Okay.
And I started listening to Lessons in Chemistry yesterday by Bonnie Garmus.
Yes, I've heard very good things.
Yeah, big hit on Book Talk. One Goodreads choice of 2022. So I didn't realize it was that old.
Yeah, let me see. See what month this is. It doesn't say the month.
Huh, so annoying.
Yeah. I didn't realize it was that old either. I knew that it was really big on Book Talk like when we first started getting back into reading. But I guess it's been several years now. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Are you liking it so far?
I kind of spaced out, so I'm going to have to restart it.
Your pause.
There was a lot of like technical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a lot of technical stuff kind of right out the gate. And then I think I spaced out on that part. And then when it started to get more interesting, she's having like a spat with this fucking douche canoe at work. So I was like, okay, I'm here for you now.
Yeah. Classic douche canoes at work. Okay, next I am going to have a weekly book haul, as we've noticed the past few weeks. I'm doing better. There's only 3 this week. Okay? So, I think I talked about these last week that I got some indie author stuff on TikTok. I'd had one package come in and went through all of those books, but this is my second package. This author is Morgan Elizabeth, which I was drawn to because I read one book of hers, like my first year back into reading, called 'Tis the Season for Revenge, and I read it in one night. I stayed up late on a work night, paper book, read it all. So that, if you guys have been listening for a while, you know that that's an anomaly. So, very good. I enjoyed it. Very spicy, but with a good plot. So it just flowed really well. So, she got signed by a traditional publisher. So her indie copies are limited. And in my head, I'm like, ooh, special editions. So I got this 3-pack. You can buy her entire collection for like $200 and something. Well, she has quite a few books. It felt kind of like a bargain. She signed them all, sends a bunch of swag. Just wasn't going to do that per se, but I got a 3-pack. And the pack that I chose, she gave bookmarks for each book, little things for each book, and then stickers for each book. So, the cards kind of give you a QR code and summary. So the first one is Never Been Worse, and there's no third act breakup, which I thought is an interesting take.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He Falls First, Marriage of Convenient, Revenge on an Ex, Reputation Coded, so I'm guessing that means Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
This next one is called If This Was a Movie, Single Dad, which now is a thing I like, apparently, because the book we're covering today.
Yeah.
And it's inspired by Life Size meets Enchanted. Like, These rom-com movies
okay.
we grew up watching. Yeah. And then the last one is Passenger Princess, Grumpy Sunshine, Forced Proximity, check, check, Miss Congeniality vibes. Check, 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 check.
Yes.
Grew up on that movie. Okay, so, and then the stickers are so cute. So, go find her TikTok. Anyone who's interested, there's TikTok shop coupons right now. I think I got like 20% off or something. And they came in really quick, and they're so cute. I'll show you guys the covers.
Ooh, yeah.
And they're soft, so
Hi.
yep, go check it out. I'm excited about those.
And that's Molly Elizabeth?
Morgan Elizabeth.
Morgan Elizabeth. Okay, yeah, I'll make sure I link her in the description.
I sent a TikTok to myself from our TikTok, so you can see her page in there.
Okay.
I think it's at Morgan Elizabeth Books. Okay, should we talk about our special advanced reader copy that we got in the mail?
Yeah.
Isn't it pretty?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're very excited. We got reached out to by Debbie Show, and she wrote this book, obviously. Sent us an early copy. As of this episode airs, it will have been out for a couple of days, so it will still be very new. As of right now, it's not out yet, so this is a special. This book comes out November 4th, and it is inspired by a true story of her sister and what her family has gone through. We are very, very excited to talk to her about it after we read it and cover it on the pod as well. So, exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else to add there? You want to talk about Regretting You?
I'll just say, because I Googled Debbie's sister just to see what it was about. I have not read into her. I want to wait until I read like her life story of their family, because that's what Debbie said it was about. It's like about where they came from, where their roots are, and how she and her sister have gone completely separate ways, obviously. Apparently, her sister, Tracy Hutsona, was arrested in 2021 and took a plea deal for wire fraud, admitting she stole more than $1 million from Jumana Kid. And it, like the headline says, breakfast bitch restaurant owner out of prison. So apparently she owned a restaurant as well, or was partial owner or something like that. And apparently there's this company called White Collar Advice that will like coach you in prison on how to get out faster. And that just blew my mind. Like, what the fuck? One, you can pay for that when you're in prison. And two, what the fuck? So you're working the justice system. Cool. Because you have money. Love it.
There's literally someone who's made a business out of everything.
Oh, yeah.
This kind of reminds me of, like, Get Hard. Have you watched that movie?
Huh?
Where they, like, train it for how to be in prison. That is kind of giving the same energy, but not in a comedic setting. In a professional setting.
Okay, so February 28th of 2023, she was sentenced to 51 months. And she's already out.
Less than 51 months, right?
Yeah,
that's
4 years.
Yeah, and it's February 28th of this year would have been 2 years, so...
Yeah.
Well, apparently they do great work. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she was out on before August 24th because she went to some black and gold gala. I was like, the fuck?
Okay. Well, I can't wait to talk to Debbie now and read this book.
Yeah, same.
We're excited.
Excited. Regretting You.
Regretting You. Should we... Okay, let's try not to be spoilers.
Oh, okay.
Unless we want to do a spoiler warning right now for anyone who has not read or watched Regret. We won't spoil the movie because if you've read the book, you know what happens.
Yeah.
That is the same. Like, they did keep that very consistent.
Yeah.
Do you think we can talk without spoilers?
We can,
I don't know. We can try. Beautiful. Okay, first, what were your thoughts? We went as a little girl gang the other night, just to give everyone the color. So, what did you think?
I loved it.
Yeah.
It was a lot better than the book in the end. There were parts that they, cut short, took out entirely, added to make the movie flow and just feel better. But all in all, it was a good movie. If I hadn't read the book, I think I would have enjoyed it a lot better, typically.
Yeah, which is expected. My only complaint right off the beginning is I was sitting next to, there was four of us, and there was one of us that had not read the book. And I was sitting next to the person who had not read the book. Number one, she's an avid book reader, so she figured it out in 5 minutes, which I would have
Yeah.
expected anyone to figure it out in 5 minutes. But the only complaint I had off the beginning was I felt like you didn't get enough of a backstory
Yeah.
of all of the teenagers plus the relationship, because Allie, I told her that they were sisters. They didn't make that clear in the they didn't
No.
they should have just had her call her sis or something. But they
Yeah.
didn't make that clear for the first until the big accident.
Yeah.
It wasn't clear.
Mm-mm.
Or until the Clara called her Aunt Jenny.
Yeah.
But it was yeah, that was one of my complaints, is but that's hard from a book to a movie, because in the book you're like, they're explaining and they say those things and you can't verbalize that unless you have like a narrated movie, which sometimes those are, when like people are talking. It's
Yeah.
weird. That was my only, overall I hated that book, I'm gonna be honest. And if you
Yeah.
listen to our episode on that book, we've covered it over a year ago. We both expressed our hatred for that book. I liked it as a movie, and I knew that I would, but it was nice to have that. It's a great storyline. It's just very frustrating the way it comes across in a book, and I think they did a good job in the movie of eliminating the thing that made me hate the book. You know.
Yeah. And I mean, it kind of showed it in the trailer, like just the moment of kind of their relationship butting heads, like her and the mom and then the boyfriend. And it was a moment that you could empathize with because of what she's feeling and why she wanted to get out, but also it made you laugh because of the way she did it.
Yes. I will say this. I did not go into that movie expecting to laugh at all, just me knowing the story. We were kicking our feet, giggling a few times. So, great job adding in and making the true storyline have humor, because they stuck very true to the big points, and they added in the humor, and it's such an emotional movie, so it was really cool to see that. I will give them props for that.
Yeah, I think if they wanted to go even 10 minutes longer and go a little more in depth on the biggest pain point of the whole book, it would have made it that much better. But even without it, it was still decent. It was still good.
Yeah.
Still one I might watch again.
Yeah, oh for sure. We're in on that. My only, I say only complaint, is I've complained about one other thing. I'm gonna say this, and I don't think it's spoilery. They didn't make Jonah a very likable character in this movie. Like, Allie, again, our friend who had not read the book, wasn't super pumped about Jonah. And I feel like in the book, since the first chapter, we loved Jonah in whatever capacity he may be in this movie. In the book, we were Team Jonah for everything because he was just such a likable character. And I don't feel like they did a good job portraying that in the movie. Do you agree?
Yeah, they definitely could have even just a couple extra scenes that just showed him being himself, being in that headspace of being a 17-year-old. Like, it didn't even show why he left. And I think that would have been a big point, because in the book, there's a whole scene where he's struggling internally on whether he should stay or go. And it makes sense because you can feel his emotions and see his thought process of like, is he going to hurt himself or hurt other people? And he makes the best decision in his opinion at that time as a 17-year-old, which is hard.
Yeah. No one makes good decisions at 17.
Yeah.
So I think we can all stand by that. I think if I would have just watched the movie, I not had the backstory like you were talking about, I probably wouldn't be Team Jonah either. Just being real. The biggest thing that I think would have helped is showing his relationship with Miles a little bit more. Like, in the book, he goes out of his way, which they did show a little bit in the movie of him like giving a pamphlet and stuff. Like, in the book, he goes out of his way to be a good guy teacher, and I don't really think this is spoilery either. He just shows his true character with the kids.
Yeah.
And that is what made me like him the most in the book, is because of how he was about all of that and understanding, but also like strong in his, leadership as a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see enough of that in the movie. And I understand you have to fit it to a certain amount of time and it's like a several 100-page book, but that's one thing worth noting. But the chemistry between the teenagers, next level. And then I found out yesterday they're dating in real life, so that makes sense.
I love that.
And that cute. They're actually like, I think 18, 19, so they're obviously a little older than the characters they were playing, which is usual in movies. But yeah, no, they're actually dating in real life, which is adorable.
I love that.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah. I definitely think they could have shown a little bit more, like you said, the dynamic between him as a teacher and then the kids. They could have also shown more of their relationship. Like that was a big thing in the book. Is I said it would be great as two separate stories. The mom and her life and what she's going through with Jonah, and the daughter and her boyfriend and how they make their relationship work, and the whole storyline of them coming together and doing all these things. That's the whole thing. And then the grandpa, like you don't get all the scenes with the grandpa where he's funny and the daughter falls in love with him. You missed all that. I feel like it was just really rushed.
The air thing was especially rushed. Like, there were so many comments about all you're gonna get from me is air, and like really, I don't feel like they teed it up enough in the movie for it to have been the big reveal that it should have been. This is kind of a spoiler, but it was in the book so much. It was talked about so much that when the reveal came, you're like, this is why they talked about it so much. They mentioned it once in the movie, and then there's this big reveal at the end. You don't expect someone first time watching a movie to remember one comment like that. It just, I don't think it was teed up enough.
Yeah. Either add all of the detail or just leave it out entirely. Somehow life insurance or something like that. Like make it make more sense. Because that, even the way they wrapped it up and put it out there, it was just not enough information for him to be like, oh, okay, yeah, I can go live my dreams. Okay.
Yeah. And all in all, just want to say this. We sound like we're being overly critical because we are book girlies, but we liked the movie. So don't come at us. We enjoyed the movie. We are going to be overly critical because we read 100+ books a year. And on top of that, we're also movie people. We really like movies. Both of us in different capacities love movies and TV shows. So yes, of course we're going to be overly critical, but we loved it. So I feel like that needs to be said.
Like I said, I will definitely watch it again and probably enjoy it more because I'm not like trying to compare it to the book. I think that is a big thing. And that's why I try not to. Like, yes, I'm excited for books that are turning into movies, but if I know it's already going to be a movie, I want to wait to read it until after I've seen the movie or show because it's just not the same. It never is. And it's okay. It's expected.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my next topic, Wicked. She's laughing. I have to tell everyone the story first, to first understand why I went on a 30-minute deep dive in the history of Wicked today. Because I talked about Wicked last week, we give everyone generic updates for books to TV adaptations, okay? We've done this forever. It's part of our bit, okay? So I talked about Wicked coming out on November 21st, Wicked for Good. It's part 2. Wicked came out a year or two ago. Second installment coming out. I gave facts. That's it, okay? I took a snip of it and posted it on TikTok. It made it an hour before I got sensitive and deleted it. So I'm going to start by saying I have researched. And here are the facts, okay? Wicked the movie is based on a play that became popular on Broadway in 2003, did win a Tony. It's one of the most popular Broadway plays of all time. That play is based on a book by Gregory Maguire. called Wicked: The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West. That book is inspired by a previous book called The Wonderful Wizard of Oz that was published in 1900, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Wicked isn't just inspired by one book, but two. Yes, I understand that there is a musical. I am very aware. I love it. I love all the music. I'm very excited about this. But if we want to go to the origins, it is two separate books. Wicked: The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West was written as a prequel or fanfic, OG fanfic, if you will, of The Wonderful Wizard of Oz that was published in 1900, one of the most popular books of all time, that later became a movie in 1939, which, by the way, I did not realize. I knew the movie was old, but I was thinking 60s. I didn't realize it came out in 1939.
Yeah, that's why the color was so like out there. Like everyone was so excited about it being color.
I think they colored it years later too. Like it originally came out in black and white. They took the black and white and made it color, which is wild to me. Yeah, and the color is crazy. I grew up watching The Wizard of Oz. That is why I'm so interested and enjoy Wicked. It was one thing I always used to watch The Wizard of Oz at my grandma's house. We loved The Wizard of Oz, my sister, all of us. So yes, I'm very interested in Wicked. I am not a theater kid, so I apologize for anyone who I offended by saying that it was based on a book. But the fact of the matter is, it's based on a book. I understand that the book is darker and different. Every book that's adapted into anything ever is different. We just talked about that on It Ends With Us. So there's my TED Talk for the morning. Thank you for all of those of you who are supportive, and for those of you who aren't, thanks for the comments. You're going to help my engagement. So,
yes.
I'm sassy today. Okay.
All right.
Now that the TED Talk is over, couple of other updates. Fantasy Fangirls, we love them, interviewed Rebecca Yarros.
Yes.
I'm not going to say anything spoilery yet because we don't have the full interview. They had to abide by Disney's rules. I looked at this morning. I was looking for the interview, and they can't live stream or make an episode of their exact interview with Rebecca Yarros. So what they are doing is making an episode where they go over the questions they asked and the answers she said. So it's not going to be the exact interview with her, but they are going to have all of her answers, and someone did record it, I guess, and they are going to reread them and tell us their answers. As of the time we're recording this, that is not out yet. So maybe we should do a little bonus episode reviewing theirs. Apparently, Rebecca Yarros was loose-lipped, okay?
Yeah.
I've seen some clips, and I'm like, wait, I'm rethinking my whole life now.
Yeah.
We need to talk about it once we have all of them and the facts. So, anyways, worth mentioning, if you are Onyx Storm, Iron Flame, Fourth Wing girlies, keep a lookout because it's all over the internet right now. So exciting. It seems like she's like back in the Empyrean mindset. I wonder if she finished her contemporary romance.
She did.
She did? Okay.
I feel like she posted about it like end of September, beginning of September. And yeah, she's moving back into the Empyrean world. And I'm hoping that means we'll have it in like 6 to 9 months.
Dude.
We'll see.
I will light sage. I will buy crystals. I will do a naked moon dance. I will pray. I will manifest. I'll do everything. Okay, so keep your eyes and ears out for that, Empyrean fans. Our book we're covering next week is Hazelthorn. It is actually out as of recording this in a couple of days. As we cover it, it will have been out for a couple weeks, so give everyone a good amount of time to dive in. But if you are a Book of the Month subscriber, you probably already have it. So,
yes. Yep.
As Tisha does. Okay. You want to talk about this book? Let me pull up my notes. Yeah.
Do you have the blurb for it?
I did not get the blurb. I'm used to having the book. I almost went and bought this book just because I loved it so much.
Pulled up.
Okay.
If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. My new next door neighbor seems to have everything figured out. Small town golden boy, check. Single dad extraordinaire? Check. Hot baker forearms? I didn't notice them, I swear. I, on the other hand, don't at all have anything figured out. Trust me, I didn't think taking over my mom's dream bed and breakfast in Copper Run, Vermont was going to be easy. It should be a good place to heal after my divorce, but apparently my scones belong in the garbage with my small talk skills, as pointed out by none other than Cliff. Cliff is inescapable. He knows exactly what people need, always. His charm, the way he wears flannel, and even his pastries make not wanting to be friends with Cliff and his daughters pretty hard. Friends, I can make friends. That's safe. Except I'm leaving in 3 months to pass the inn off to my little sister and get the promotion in Seattle I've been working towards. So ask me why I'm thinking about kissing my hot neighbor.
Oh my god.
Love it.
I love it. Spoilers if you haven't finished this book.
Yes.
If you haven't, please go away and read it and come back because you have to read this book, okay?
Yes.
It's just what we needed. It's just what the doctor ordered.
Yes. So let's list off all of the reasons it is perfect millennial fall vibes.
We'll
Set in
rotate.
the 90s.
In the 90s, okay. Fall New England small town.
Inn owner or bed and breakfast owner and baker.
Single dad.
Yes. Dog.
She's 30. It's not a 20-year-old. She's 30.
Yeah. Both recently divorced.
Rom-com.
So, yeah. I think that's about it.
That's all you need.
Yeah. But check. Like
a million checks.
All of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, I loved all the music references and just pop culture references, like the Halloween costumes, the movies they were watching, the music they referred to. No offense to the Swifties, I'm just so excited to hear other things being mentioned besides what Taylor Swift song that they were listening to. Because I feel like that's been a lot lately, and I respect the empire she's built, but Pearl Jam was referenced quite a few times in here, so let's just have a moment for that, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, the kid worked at a movie store. You don't have those anymore.
They had pagers. I can't.
Yes. The Palm Pilot and the pager.
I can't.
Gosh.
It was the cutest.
Nobody had a cell phone. Nobody was glued to screens. Like, this was prime rom-com, like, nostalgia of our youth. This was it. This was everything.
I could picture when they were talking about trick-or-treating, I could picture what the streets looked like, you know? They don't look like that anymore. No. I could picture the decorations and everyone carrying their little buckets and all of the costumes. Like, this is a different tangent, but trick-or-treating is dead. Like, people go, which I respect the churches doing these events and giving kids safe places to go, but no one goes door to door trick-or-treating anymore. And if you do, it's in like the richest neighborhood near you. And it's not just like you go around your neighborhood and know all your neighbors. It's like, this is a time that doesn't exist anymore. And it was really nice to be like in my head for a little bit thinking that that's real.
Yes. Yeah. Like the Halloween night was just the apex of the story. It all came together.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of a found family too. Like I didn't even think about that, but she's coming into her own. Like she has, as going through a divorce, she is trying to figure out who the hell she is and what she has gained and lost by losing this piece of her that she thought was going to be her life. And this is where she really comes into that. And it's so nice to see that without fucking apps and revenge bods and like all of that. She's just focusing on her and what she needs to do to keep moving forward because she just lost her mom too. Like, so it's a twofer.
Yeah. At her mom's funeral, she's announcing to her family that she's divorced. That's how this book starts, right? And you're like, wow, okay, this girl is going through it.
Literally.
And she didn't have the best relationship with her mom. And I can imagine, not that it was bad, it just was different from her sisters. And I think that was a really nice, I want to use the word parallel, from Cliff's daughters to her and her sister and what they went through. And I think that's why she was such a staple for, Emily's the older one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
For Emily to connect to Michelle, which I think helped their relationship because she knows what the older daughter is going through. She felt the same way about herself and her little sister. So I think that was a really interesting way to take things because she
Yeah.
could actually like be that person for the older sister, which was amazing. Loved
Yeah.
it.
And I think her helping Emily through that helped her kind of heal that part of her too. She could
Yes.
see from the outside, she's like, your mom loves you no matter what. Like,
Hmm.
she might not have been able to show it in the way that she wanted to, being a teen mom. That's a struggle that a lot of people can relate to. That's why
Hmm.
Gilmore is so popular.
Yep.
So she helped her through that. And then she was like, huh, okay. Like, I can see that in my own relationship with my mom. And I have to forgive her and forgive myself for all of the strive that we caused each other because we kind of wasted time. And it was really nice. Loved it.
Yeah. I loved how they did that too. And I also just loved Cliff in general because he was like the big tough guy, but also the guy that made everyone feel comfortable.
Yes.
And I don't know why, but I feel like he kind of gave my husband a little bit. Like, as far as like being the one that will like crack the jokes and stuff.
Yes.
Because maybe not like 24/7, but if he can tell like it's one of those situations, he's going to crack a joke or he's going to start picking on someone in some way, shape, or form. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that kind of reminds me of how, Jesse is.
Yeah.
But I loved his personality. The fact that he was a baker just cracked me up. It was just so hallmarky,
Yes.
but spicy hallmark, which we need more of.
Yes.
Authors, okay? Take notes.
Don't go as far as all my boyfriends are monsters with tentacles, but just add a little bit of spice in there.
Yeah, like some angst while baking or building a house or volunteering at an orphanage. I don't know, like the stuff that the Hallmark boyfriends do.
Owning a Christmas tree farm.
Yeah. But no, I absolutely devour. I started this book early because I was
Mhm.
in between books and I was like, it's on Spotify Premium, so I got to listen to it for free. And I was like, I'm gonna go and start it. I read or listened to like half of it in the first night, and I told Tisha, I gotta pause or else I'm gonna finish it too early. I had to like read
Yeah.
another book and come back so that I could finish it last night because I was like, I'm reading this way too fast.
Yeah. This would be a really good, if you're like trying to hit a goal, this would be a good one that you could just like speed it up a little bit and still catch everything because it's just so sweet and good and spicy, all the things.
Yeah. And it's not a fantasy land you're learning the magic and the way things work. It's the 90s. You know it like the back of your hand if you're a millennial. In early 2000s, it's giving the any vibe before a cell phone is what
Yes.
this is giving. So, if you were maybe even born early 2000s, you could
Hmm.
relate to this. I feel like anytime after 2004 or 5, you
Hmm.
probably will think this is an old people book. But
Yeah.
I think anyone from 1980 to 2004 can relate to this book in some way, shape, or form and should read it.
Yeah. Love it.
Amazing. The dog, my note that I put in our thing was I love that the epilogue is the dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got scared for a minute at the beginning of the epilogue. Because he was talking about this new building, and I was like, is she about to go put him down?
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely was like, if this is what's happening, it
I'm
ruins the whole
done.
book for me.
Yeah. No, but then when he started talking about the new kid, the little kid or something, I'm like, they
Yes.
had a baby.
Yes. It was
It took
so
me a second
good.
to figure out what he was talking about. The
Yeah.
little human or whatever he said. Something along the lines of good boy.
The
I was
new
like,
one.
yeah. This inner monologue reminds me of Rooster. Like, like this is Rooster. But no, I loved that. And then the second epilogue was the youngest
Yeah.
daughter. So I was like, oh, it's cute to give some different points of view.
Yeah.
I liked that. I also liked that it was a couple of different points of view throughout the book.
Yeah.
If it's all third person, some books this works for.
Yeah.
Some books you need to have the internal, like when there's angst like this,
Yeah.
You have to have both sides, and you have to have it in first person. If you have third person, you don't get the full angst,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah, no.
So I
Yeah.
appreciated the first person here.
How did you feel about the mom, Tracy?
Oh, I couldn't stand her. I
No.
couldn't stand her.
Not until she left and she was like,
Yeah.
she really loves you. Go for it. Like, you
Yeah.
need to be happy too.
Even then, I still didn't like her.
Yeah. I'm sure that was intentional, but she's just an unlikable character because I know it happens, but there's just an innate something inside of mom that should be there. And
Mhm.
it's not always there, and that's okay, kind of. But like, she had to go after her dream by abandoning her children.
Mhm.
Yes, they were happy and healthy with the dad. Great. But she wasn't around near as much as she could have been.
Mhm.
And that is kind of unforgivable. Like, you're
I
supposed to be
agree.
there for your kids.
And maybe this is trad wife of me, so I know I say enough controversial things. But in my opinion, this is my personal opinion, and I'm allowed to have those because this is America. I will never ever forgive a mother. I don't care what your dream is. When you have a child, your dreams are done. I'm sorry. If your dreams I say your dreams are done. Your dreams are done if they involve leaving your children. Like, I
Yes.
just cannot. You can follow your dreams, absolutely, and you should have a partner who helps you follow your dreams. But if that involves abandonment,
No. Yeah.
no, it's not okay. Like,
No.
I even feel that way about men. Like, and a lot of people are probably like, men can do whatever they want. Mothers are more prevalent, whatever. I think they're both important, and I think when you make that decision, or you accidentally have a child, you don't have a choice. If your dreams don't revolve around your children, okay,
Find a new one.
suck it up. You had this child. You made this decision to have unprotected sex or planned for it.
Yeah.
Here you go. Live with it.
Yeah.
And anyone who doesn't do that, I just don't like. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Immediately have just distaste for that person if they can leave their child behind.
Yeah. And the blatant ignoring of the oldest daughter. I have been a teenager. We've all been a teenager. She handled it better than I probably would have. Her little sass and cussing and everything, that was nothing. I would have been way worse. I would have been a menace.
Yeah.
She handled it because her dad was so amazing. I think that's why. She knew, okay, I have the better end of this deal because my dad. So that's why I think it hurt her so bad when the dad like brushed her off when the younger one was cut and had to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Because she always attached to her dad about the mom, and so that cut deep.
Yeah.
So everyone go read this book if you take anything from this discussion.
Yeah. Yeah. It was really annoying when, like, the few times she did deign to call them, she didn't stay on the phone very long. She didn't really ask them about their lives. And then she's like, I think I want to have you guys come live with me. Like, no, the whole point in this was that you were leaving because you were more important and you shouldn't be upending your children.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So annoying. I could go
Yeah.
on for days about the shitty mom.
Yep. No excuse for it. But it's set up nicely for Michelle to be leaving that life that Cliff got left for, to have someone come in and be the mother figure for those girls. So,
ooh, I loved that in both of their relationships, their partners like complained about these specific things and they could see that in each other and like embrace those parts of each other. Like,
yes.
peak, I've been to therapy and I'm healing my relationships.
Yes.
Very millennial.
Yes. Very millennial, but also the things that the partners complained about weren't flaws. No. And I think they needed each other to discover that too. Like,
yeah,
him being like the jokester and all the time is not a flaw.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the biggest one. I'm like, what a dumbass bitch. I mean, yeah, we're obviously not in the fan club of Tracy, but like, to say the things about him,
Yeah. And then even Mark, was it Mark or Paul?
Paul,
her
I think.
ex-husband. Yeah.
I think it's Paul.
Like, even his complaints about her, completely invalid. And the fact that the mom wrote the note about it
Mm-hmm.
specifically, I
Yeah.
think that helped her heal a little bit too, because she's like, I failed at my relationship and I didn't know how to hold on to him. But after seeing the letter, she's like, you know what? It's his loss. He's a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. She got the dog. She got the better end of that deal.
And that the her like inner monologue of the dog and like the way he's talking to her, like, Michelle, no.
Yeah. I love that. Because that's so millennial. We talk to our dogs like they're talking in conversation. I will literally say something to my dog, and then Jesse will say something back like he's talking like the dog in a dog voice. Like, this
Yeah.
happens on the daily. Like, but mom, I want to go outside. So relatable.
Yes. Literally all the time we're talking as Goose.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love it.
All right. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. 5 out of 5 stars. Go read it if you haven't already. Hopefully you have, or we just ruined it for you or convinced you to read it even more. Next week, we are covering Hazelthorn by C.G. Drews. So go read that. And we will talk to you guys later.
Bye.